This week's parasha starts off, Haya Ekev Tishmun, and when it will be. And Rashi, the main commentary, tells us, no, Ekev also can mean the heel. There's certain mitzvot, Adam dash be'akvav, a person has a tendency to step on and say, not such an important one. You know, Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, Seder night, those are huge, those are fundamental, really important. But wool and linen, does God really care if I'm wearing wool and linen together? Not such a big deal. And the reality is that we have no idea what Hashem considers big or small. Classic example, twice in the Torah, where it says, L'man yarichun yamecha, so that you'll have long life. One is honoring our parents, which is a very challenging, not an easy mitzvah, especially as they get older. And Shiluach HaKen, sending away the mother bird, quite easy, quite simple, and the reward is also long life. We have a tendency to think certain ones are really, really important. But Rashi says, no, you need to appreciate each one is so important. Don't say this is so small. I'm going to share with you a story that hurts for me to tell, but the message I think is so important. When I was in college, I came home one night, and my grandmother's watching the news, and they say, do you have millions? You don't even realize? Stay tuned. So we stayed tuned. And they went on to explain that in 1943, America knew they were joining World War II, and instead of making the pennies out of copper like they always did, they made them out of steel because they needed the copper for the casings of the bullets. And by mistake, they made about 100 regular copper pennies. They said those are worth millions. My father looks at me, my face was white. He says, Moshe, what happened? I said, remember when I was a kid and I used to tell Ima that I was bored? And she said, okay, why don't you start a penny collection? And we went to a specialty store, we bought a book, and you got the first penny in 1909, and certain ones said D because they were made in Delaware, and certain ones S because they were made in South Carolina. And I remember, I was only 11 years old, but I remember I got 2 pennies from 1943, the regular, normal copper one, and the really cool steel one. And in the book, there was only one spot, so I obviously kept the cool steel one, and threw the regular copper one into the pile and gave it to the bank. And I thought to myself, I'm going to get upstairs after 120, say, Hashem, how come you didn't hook me up? And God's going to be like, I did, but you threw it in the pile. You had millions and you threw it away. You thought it was something small. You thought it was just a regular penny. Certain mitzvot God might consider millions. We look at it and say, it's a penny. It's not such a big deal. It's an easy one. I don't really care that much. You have that penny in your hand. You have that mitzvah. Take advantage. God puts in front of us opportunities so that we can maximize our opportunities. Do every mitzvah with a special care and appreciation, because you might think it's a penny, but really it's worth millions. Shabbat Shalom.